Alright YouTube, so here's a video on take down and reassemble my British 303 Mark III 1944. First you want to take your magazine out, your bolt. Then you flip it over, you got two screws, one in the bottom of the mag well and then one in the bottom of the stock up front. Then after you got those two out, you got another little screw back here on the bottom, or the back of the trigger guard. Then after that, you can pull your trigger guard and the bottom of your mag well all out. And then your stock pops right off. No other screws besides that. I'm not going to take my butt stock off now because I don't have a long enough screwdriver, but all you got to do that is there's two flathead screws in the butt stock, or in the butt plate, and you take that off and there's a long hole and the big flathead down at the bottom that screws into the back of your receiver and all that. You can take your safety out. Just one simple screw. And everything comes apart. Ain't much to it. That's pretty much it to take your, well, you take some more apart here. This is how you take your trigger and mag release out. Now when you do this, you want to take a little pair of vice grips here and clamp down on the spring because it is under pressure. That way it don't go flying. You got your little bolt that pops out. This is your little lock for your bolt. There's your trigger release. And as you can see, the spring, I'm not going to take that out because it's too hard to get back in. And then just a pin you got to drive out to pull your mag release out. Then to put it back together, you just do everything you just did, just do it backwards. The hardest thing is on this gun is to get your pins lined back up. And then the spring I was just talking about likes to pop out on you. You got to just push it back in the little grooves that are cut there for it. And then that's all done. Then of course you can put your safety back in. It only lines up one way. All your pieces go back together one way, so you can't put them on backwards. Which is a good thing. Because you know after you're done putting it back together, it's going to work. Just make sure all your screws are snug and can't break loose on you. Then you take and put your stock back on. After you got that on, you put your trigger guard back on. You got to make sure your holes line up for your screw, and make sure your trigger runs down into the correct spot. Then you can put your pins back, or your screws back in. Make sure your screws are tight, holding your stock back in. And of course, you're going to put your mag back in, and then run your bolt back in. And there you are. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching.